All right, so we're going to transition this a little bit to your time at Wieden+Kennedy. Obviously, when you were 12, 13 years old, you had a dream of making Nike commercials. You ended up pursuing this dream when you were about 28 years old, going and working at Wieden+Kennedy and making all these unbelievable campaigns and advertisements for Nike. One of the things you said at Wieden+Kennedy is walk in stupid every day. Can you explain the significance of that and what that means?
Yeah, so Wieden has quite a few kind of isms, if you will. That's one of them. And I think what walk in stupid really means is every day you don't want to rely on what you think you know. You know, every day you want to look at work with fresh eyes. You want to look at the consumer with fresh eyes, look at insights with fresh eyes. And you don't want to assume that you know something about a category, an industry, a client, a person, a creative, whatever. Like you really want to keep your eyes and ears open to the world, open to a message that might be there, that might be the thing that is different. And you know, like when you're used to seeing things the same way, you miss great ideas, you miss disruption, right? And that's really the difference. That's why you walk in stupid.
And before we move on, and there's a ton we're gonna jump into with Wieden+Kennedy, but you played football in high school, right?
I did.
Yes. So one thing that you talked about is having a football mentality.
Yep.
Can you explain what that means?
You know, it's funny. Our company was just acquired by Curaleaf, and I was just meeting with my new team now. And as I've done every time I've started a new job, I told them, you know, think of me as a high school football player, and you will understand me. You know, I think of, you know, it's 11 people. Everyone does their job, or someone gets hurt. You know, you look to your left, look to your right, and those are your brothers, those are your sisters. You trust those people with your safety.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. I played football for 12 or 13 years. Like, these guys are still some of my best friends in the world. And when you put your safety in someone else's hands, and when you win as a team and lose as a team, there's nothing more powerful. And, you know, I was very fortunate. We had an incredible coach that followed us. When I moved to that town in 6th and 7th grade, the varsity team was 0-10. And then when our class graduated, we were 10-0. And it was 10-1 because we lost the state championship. But you know, that was one coach that sort of saw that whole transition. And that's just the code I was sort of brought up with. It was that accountability for your actions, hard work. There are no shortcuts. Just get it done and don't complain.